posted right there. Covered up, you know, the
Good evening, everyone. How you guys doing?
looking up, but I showed you
Let me
something.
go ahead and put the message out that I'm live right now.
D-Day Cobra that puts us well over 250.
Let's go.
That's incredible.
Let's get this going. Let's get
So
this
thank
party
you guys
going.
for all of that. Really good stuff.
I got 5 subscribers and 3 followers over on Twitch. Thank you very much for all that support. I really do appreciate it. Getting our Rumble going. Rumble's looking all good. Let's start the stream over on Twitch. I got to start that one manually. I got that set up that way for a reason.
I have never seen a more accurate way to describe me.
All right. Thank you very much once again. Let's go ahead and see. Let me pause the stream right there. Make sure you guys do like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. All that stuff really does help me out. And I am starting to use the OBS a little bit more. Oh, and because this stream is gonna get copyright striked, I gotta go ahead and play some background music. Let me go ahead and get that started here.
I'm really looking forward to it.
We'll just do a shuffle there. Get this going. I was putting in some time and work with Hollow Knight earlier. Hollow Knight being a very good, complex Metroidvania that I would like to go ahead and finish before I go over to Silk Song, but I may not wait because my son started playing Silk Song before me, and I'm like, I can't have that. I can't have that little boy playing Silk Song before me. So, let's go.
Hello. I've been waiting. Would you like a cup of warm black tea?
No. No tea for me today, ma'am. In fact, I probably will. Let's actually start with artifacts first. Let's go to management. We're almost at max, and I'm only going to. I wish there was a way to go in there and. Okay, so we can go in there and do this. Let's see. Wait a minute, we don't have any noble sacrifice? Holy shit. That's interesting. We don't have any noble sacrifice. I wonder if they got rid of that set.
Check out Bunker branding for your merch, Pro 2A. So
let's see here.
About different options for that, and again, so man.
All right, let's go ahead and do that, and we're gonna salvage.
I can tell you guys a project we're working on. Putting a ton of money into something, and it all kind of connects to what we're doing on every different level. So as soon as
get rid of that.
As soon as I can, I will let you guys know. But yes, we should. All right, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Laughing Man. Hail to you, brother.
Yeah, we happen to lock up a lot of equipment that I don't think we needed actually.
I may stop by. But they're watching Monday Night Football right now. So if you guys want to go over there and check them out. Last night, our Sunday Night Football coverage was amazing. We had me, Ryan, Jay was over there, Beardo, Kata showed up. It was awesome, man. You know, we had Will from Game On, and we had a hell of a stream. Fucking awesome. But anyway, thank you guys.
Hold on.
I do appreciate it.
Why did the music stop?
And thank you everybody on Rumble. I'll see you guys over there as well.
Let's go ahead and reset that.
And we will talk to all of you later. Bye everyone.
I tell you.
Could I see myself being like,
Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do all these right here. I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll have that one towards the end. Hey Jay bro, how you doing, man? Let me see here. All right, sounds good, man. I'll take a look at them towards the end. I will go ahead and do that. Go over to this menu right here. I don't know if this I try to make this stream as long as I possibly can, but I gotta hopefully my headache goes away. I was streaming what's it called? Not streaming, but playing Hollow Knight earlier. And that one was it's not that the game is hard, but it's very long. There's a lot of backtracking. looks pretty good.
Donkey Kong is one of his. He's like concept. NC.
I know, man. That just is. It's evil, man. It really is evil. And I was looking at Black Conservative Perspective, and a reporter interviewed his mother, and his mother tried to get him committed because he was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. His mother tried to get him committed, but the police wouldn't do anything. They just threw him. She had to kick him out of the house, so he was homeless. This thing that's called the community policing, which is just. It's that I don't know if you, when the people that say we should defund the police, their idea is to come up with these social workers to go out and deal with. That's basically what that was. They knew of him, arrested 14 times, and he still was roaming about. And I was looking at Greg Gutfeld, who had responded to this asshole Brian Stelter, who in my video I said that people like him will try to make you be the bad guy because you are trying to protect yourself by engaging in racial profiling. And thankfully that GoFundMe has been taken down. Hey Latoya, how you doing? That GoFundMe was taken down. But yeah, Brian Stelter and his ilk will try to make you be the bad guy because you would engage in racial profiling to protect yourself, or you would dare call a bad guy bad words instead of actually holding him the one to be accountable. And you can tell they felt that CNN, places like CNN, MSNBC, all these places are all feeling like shit. And they're mad because they were called to account, and some of them try to bring up the fact that this happened in August 22nd. Man, when Ahmaud Arbery was shot and killed in a neighborhood, and if you don't know the name, you don't need to know the name. You just need to know that he's black. That had taken place 3 months prior to when the media finally caught up and decided to go ahead and cover it. And then we also had the more recent one, where that piece of shit kid who caused the cops to smack him upside his head because he was being belligerent and resistant, that took place back in February. That still made the news. But this right here, it was in August 22nd. So because it took place in August 22nd, we can't talk about it now. Or they try to make it seem, MAGA's jumping all over. But at what point will you Democrats care about crime? Because I'm pretty sure that girl was probably a Democrat. It's alleged that she had Black Lives Matter posters on her wall, which is kind of interesting. She was only here in the country for 3 weeks. She wasn't here that long, so I don't know why she would have a Black Lives Matter poster in her room. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, she did. She was a Democrat. Don't you guys want your Democrat? Don't you Democrats want to live in safety as well? You know, it's just unfortunate. Yeah, I was done streaming. I try to get on here as early as possible so that, because I know you and Unknown are over on the other side of the world, Latoya. But you know, things happen. Oh, absolutely, man. It absolutely was. And then there was another one in the same video where I pointed out in Alabama, a white woman was stabbed to death again. And these people are sick. There was a black girl, 19 years old, Dakara Thompson, out in Baltimore, Maryland. We're supposed to believe that Baltimore, Maryland is safe. She got killed by an illegal alien. So these people would much rather you die than them go on their, than them agree with the Republican or with Trump and say, yes, we need to address a problem. We have a huge problem in the United States of America, which is supposed to be the freest nation on earth, that has crime statistics that rivals any third world nation. Any third world nation has we probably even have worse in some cases. This is absurd. This woman came from Ukraine to escape a war, comes to our country, was doing fine for a while there until she made the mistake of sitting in front of some black dude who has mental issues. Not saying that those mental issues should be used to excuse his behavior whatsoever, because I'm not one of those people that believe that you can use mental issues to excuse away evil behavior. I remember getting in an argument with some guy that I used to work with back in the day, and he kept on trying to just stay on mental issues. Mental issues, like, dude, no, you can't say mental issues. People who have mental issues don't simply go out and start murdering people. Yeah, exactly. I saw that about Japan. I saw this one picture where in Japan they had this one area where all these black people were getting together. I'm just thinking to myself, I said, dude, Japan, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? You cannot have mass migration into your country. I mean, it's you can't have mass migration into your country, period. It's unnatural. You've been playing Mecha Symbol? I tried that. I just couldn't get into it. I got other games I need to that's gonna be baking up my time, and most of the games I'm gonna be playing is going to be regular full price, either AA or indies or AAA games. So many of them just coming up here. Yeah, I know. They agreed to let one. I don't know why they would do that. Why you would do that? Said, don't do it. Don't do it. Keep them Africans where they at. Keep them where they at. No, it's like, and yeah, the politicians. These politicians, they don't care. So, dude. Yeah, you have a problem with your birth rate. You have a problem with your birth rates, and start doing things to encourage your citizens to reproduce. Don't go importing more people. That's the last thing you should do. You should not try to import people to make up for your declining birth rate, like over in this country. It's very easy. Don't let these women have abortions, and tell the women more often, hey, be more careful with who you decide to have sex with. But you can't talk like that, because to talk like that, to say women have to be responsible, is to get yourself to be called some type of misogynist or bigot, or that you're trying to limit women's rights to some dumb nonsense. It's just stupid. When that's the exact answer, is to just say, hey, we need to have a more responsible people, and not just tell them, hey, you can do whatever you want. And at least with Japan, you gotta start trying to convince the men and the women to get together. You can't import your way, especially when it comes to people. You cannot allow migration to come in there and then think that you'll be able to keep your culture. It just won't. It just can't happen. And especially if you tell those people they can't immigrate, or they won't be able to, they can't integrate. That they don't have to integrate or assimilate. Exactly. The Japanese tradition is so far removed from any other tradition, the same way with the Chinese tradition. You cannot rely upon immigration to replace your natural population. And that's the mistake that Western civilization has been making. You can't do it. I mean, we already have this entire big thing with regards to trying to make Yasuke as some type of samurai. Like, wait, do you really want to put up with that? Where a migrant culture comes in and then tries to sit there and say that something happened in your country, and if you don't follow it, you're gonna be some kind of racist. That's what's happening over here.
I imagined. An opening. Escape is impossible.
Like, why would you want to put up with that?
I'll end this. Win. You can't avoid. Time for a counterattack. It's no use. What players? Win. Let the ends warm up.
I mean, I just got with the Jefferson.
Counterattack.
Somebody had the nerve to sit there and say, "Oh, you think that black people couldn't get on TV without NAACP getting involved?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? We've had black people on television for years, even before the NAACP got involved." And then some black girl came on and said, "I'm trying to erase history." It's like, no, you guys are trying to invent history. And then somebody else responded and said, "Well, you know that it was that George Jefferson, this is what I was talking about, the Jeffersons, was created by a white man." I said, "Yes, that's right. He was created by a white man." The George Jefferson proved to be so popular on All in the Family that he was able to go in there and create a new show called The Jeffersons, which starred primarily black people. And the show was created without any type of representation or demand for representation on television. It was based solely on merit. Sherman Hemsley played that character, George Jefferson, so well that people fell in love with the character, wanted to see more of him and his exploits. And Norman Lear was able to get a pilot approved, and the show, I think, lasted for 4 or 5 seasons. I mean, the idea that merit and merit alone was what caused that show to become popular, and that it is now somehow a detriment to say we should just rely on merit and merit alone and nothing else. That gets people all riled up now. Hey Broly, how you doing? Yeah, you can do that. We could do a one co-op. Let me go ahead and get all done with my activities here. see here. And yeah, UK. I mean, a comedian says something on Twitter, and when he comes back to his home, thinking that hey, everything's good, he's greeted by 5 police officers who wants to arrest him because he said something that may have offended somebody somewhere. And then also now the UK, they're at a point where now if you try to display the UK flag or the St. John's flag, they consider that racist now. Like, wait a minute, you can't display your own flag in your own country? And I agree with Black Conservative Perspective on this. I've been saying it all this time. If you can't display your own country, your own flag in your own country, you've been conquered. Without the conquerors firing a shot, all they have to do is just call you names. Over here in the United States, every time I see that Mexican flag being waved around and being si se puede or saying whatever they want and talking about how this is stolen land and that Mexico's trying to take it back, like, that's provocative. You are waving a foreign country's flag on a foreign soil and then saying that you're going to be taking land back. That is considered conquering. That means that you have invaded the country and you have taken land. Like, what country would tolerate that? We have been too indoctrinated into believing that diversity is our strength. Diversity is not our strength. Diversity is our weakness.
Time to warm up.
It's okay to be friendly with other nations and everything like that, but when you are trying to import more and more people into your country, you start changing the fabric of the country. And these people understand this, because if you say, okay, well, then white people should be able to go to Africa or minority nations, then they will sit there and say, well, no, now you're acting like a colonizer. Oh, so you do understand that if a foreign entity, a foreigner goes into another country and then tries to replace the culture there with their own, you do understand that that's a bad idea.
He's stronger than I imagined. I see it all. An opening. Frost strike. Arise.
Yeah, and now a lot of the European nations are now starting to regret doing that. They're now trying to fix, and if they can't get it fixed voluntarily, then they will try to fix it involuntarily, and that's going to be a bloody mess. That's going to be a bloody mess. That's the thing about all these progressive policies that have been pushed all around the world. The bill is now coming due for them. The bill is now coming due. None of this stuff all the stuff that they were pushing, it's all starting to come due. And over here in the United States, J-Bro, all that stuff that they've been pushing since the 60s, the sexual revolution, the feminist movement, the civil rights stuff, the LGBT stuff, all this stuff that they were saying that there's no big problem, it's all starting to come due. And it's all we're just seeing the beginning of it. All these increased school shootings. When I was growing up, we didn't have to worry about school shootings. In fact, the very first one that we really heard about was Columbine, and I think that took place in 1999 after I graduated. That was the very first one, but then even after that, it was a good 7-8 years before we had another one. And then now they are just consistent. They are just consistent. And this guy he's 34 years old. He's at the beginning of the Gen Z, Gen Alpha generation. this is going to be a bill that is going to be very expensive, and not one progressive is going to sit there and say it's because of us, because it's never their fault. They're good people. They come up with good ideas. Their ideas don't hurt people. All right, well, don't start just yet. Let me just check all of my other stuff, Broly, before I go ahead and give up my code. No, I don't think the Western nation side will get that bad though. The cool thing about Japan is that at least it still is a waterlocked country, so it's very hard for illegal immigration to take place there, which has been our problems, and have been a lot of the problem with the Europeans. They are still far away. And so if any of these other countries want to try to get into Japan illegally, they're going to have to cross a whole bunch of land, or they're going to have to take ships to sail around Africa and around Asia to get to them. So they at least can control it that way. But still, if you're bringing in a whole bunch of people that have a completely different type of culture from yours, it's going to be a culture clash. It is not going to be good. All right, sounds good, Broly, but give me a minute here. No, they don't. They don't have freedom of speech either. And that's one thing about our country is we're unique in that. We're unique in the fact that we have the constitutional protected right of free speech, but even that has been eroded, not by laws or anything like that, but by being brainwashed into believing this nonsense about a whole bunch of things. Like I said in my video, society has brainwashed people into thinking that if you racially profile, that you're a bad person, not the person that's looking to hurt you, but you're the bad person because you have the thought in your head that, oh, you're thinking a racist thought. You better stop that, or else you're going to be considered a bad person. You don't want to be called a bad name, do you? Let me know what I'm gonna tell you right now, Broly. I won't be able to do level 70 because my character isn't that strong, or they are strong, but for whatever reason I can't do that much damage on this guy. So we're gonna do level 100. Level 100 looks like it could probably be pretty good, and the difference is just one extra chest and 50,000 extra gold. So I think that actually is probably the best one to do. Hell, I'd probably even say doing level 40 is fine too, but we'll do level 55. So when you're ready to jump in, there's my code. Hold on 1 minute.
My guess is If you didn't get asked, here's Billy. Taker, why are you looking forward to Ahsoka season 2? Can't wait for Thrawn to get impaled with a lightsaber. Cool Sunday. Haha, just as we planned. We'll win. Thrawn is a fucking retard. Have you watched that shit? And as somebody who likes, you know, like whatever. So, I mean, it's basically like Thrawn, right? It's not the most fucking retard.
I tell you, these bougie pro blacks get on my nerves. Guy comes back and oh, you think he laughed? Well, let's see. He said, well, when he's ready to come in and play, well, I'll be ready to play. Yeah, that one dude came back and then tried to call me a self-hating black dude. Here's a comment that he left me. He goes, "I'm not mad at anything. You saw a clip from the Jeffersons and decided it was time to take black people to task for quote unquote complaining about representation. That's never been a fight until now. It's never been a fight until now. It's never been a fight until now. Seems like you're mad when you could have just enjoyed the clip rather than be self-hating." And I told this dumb nigga, I said, dude, and you could have just read my comment and kept on going and said you needed to be mad at my comment and try to come in here and tell me I shouldn't say what I needed to say. No, this is on my Instagram, because over on my Instagram, I don't give quarterly to these bougie blacks, these pro blacks. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about any of their shit anymore. I'm like, dude, we had a pro-black comedy show that came, but what obsessed this guy is that he said it came from a white dude. So that, who gives a fuck if it came from a white dude? White man wrote a really good black character that everybody liked. And here's the thing. Not one of these black people that are alive today have made a comedy that even comes close to what the Jeffersons was. I mean, and we had some good black comedies. We had the Martin, we had Living Single, we had Family Matters, we had Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, we had the Cosby Show. Not one of those shows come close to the Jeffersons in terms of comedy. And I love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And yeah, we can go ahead and get one in. We can go ahead and get one in, Latoya. Let's go ahead. Good. Yeah, I'm just like, dude. And then of course, let's also not forget that we also had Good Times. We also had What's Happening Now. Bill Cosby came out with Fat Albert. Like all this stuff that black people were doing in the late 60s and the 70s before we started talking about this representation bullshit. And then we also had the shows during the 80s. None of that. Nobody was begging for representation. They just went out and did it. If you had a good idea that passed muster, that survived the initial pilot, it got taken on. It got taken on. All right, there you go. And then they get mad at you. Oh, you had to take black people to task. No, I'm not taking black people to task. I'm just making a statement. I don't give a fuck about black people. Like you guys have made a mess of everything. You guys going to your fancy schools, getting your education, and then coming out even more radicalized, thinking that the white man is out to get you and everything like that. You guys, most of you guys probably not haven't seen a white man until you actually went to college. All right, let's go. Yeah, I know that's the well, let me read your comment here in just a minute after this one.
An opening. Your defense is wide open. Time for a counterattack.
My buttons are all messed up now.
Your way. Your defense is wide open. Too slow.
You've drawn the star.
Free. You can't avoid it. Now, shatter. It's no use.
You've drawn the star.
Free. I'll shred you. This will be your way. Your defense is wide open. Time for a catch. Too slow. This is the end. Your defense is wide open. It's over. They need to hunt efficiently. It's no use. Your defense is wide open. Now, I'll shred you. This will be your grave. I see it. An opening. Your defense is wide open. I need to hunt efficiently. Let's speed up. Time for a count. Too slow. Your defense is wide open. Frost strike.
You've drawn the star.
It's no use. Enough with the jokes. This will be.
Yeah, I'll get that to you here in a minute, Broly. After I get done with playing with Latoya here.
Your defense is wide open.
You've drawn the star.
A little break.
Oh shit.
This will really help me grow.
I don't have any man.
I see it all. Too slow. It's over. Your defense is wide open. Tearing through. this will be. You're great.
There we go. Just a little bit. See, I still only get to 578, or right around between 5 to 600 million. Let's see what we got. Yeah. All right. Let me use the restroom. I'll be right back, and then we can go in, Broly. All right, let me see here first. But no, yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Her name is Dakara Thompson. They don't want to mention when Laken Riley and that Nungare, I forgot her first name, Jocelyn. I think it was Jocelyn Nungare. When they got murdered, they could sweep that under the rug because those were white and Hispanic. But here we got a black woman that got murdered, and they're gonna try hard to ignore it. You don't see Benjamin Crump running out, bitching about illegal immigration. Don't see any of the Black Lives Matter or any of them bullshit groups coming out talking about that. I asked one guy who tried to sweat me on my own Instagram page because I'm wearing a Trump shirt, and I got that picture, that iconic photo of Trump throwing his fist up after he was nearly assassinated. Tried to call me a coon nigga or some dumb shit. And I said, well, why don't you tell me your opinion about that girl, Dakara Thompson, getting murdered by an illegal alien? And he tried to tell me it was terrible, it's tragic. I was like, okay, well, what was terrible and tragic about it? And of course, he didn't know anything about it. He didn't know anything about this case. He just ultimately said, I don't get into discussions with coons. I was like, well, then why are you on my page talking shit to me, bro, motherfucker? Get the fuck off my page. Look, these uppity motherfuckers, they will never take responsibility, and they'll never sit there and see that they're the problem. They won't see that they're the problem, because to admit that they're the problem is to admit that they were wrong. And these people will never admit they're wrong. All right, I'm gonna get it for you right now. Now, I would recommend we do level 100. Because my skill, as you can see from my skill playing with Latoya, it's not up to his level right there, and we probably won't be able to complete it. So I recommend we do level 55 or level 100 with I think this means your power level equals that too, even though I got 72. So you see that code right there, Broly? Just put that in. You got one trans rune? I wish I would have gotten a trans rune.
We got a lot of them. We have some very jabroni spot. You need nothing else to top. A woman, she's very. That is
You got? Did you get it, Broly? There's the code's right there in the bottom left corner.
Did you see?
It's a 0, 0, 0, or is it an O? O X
These who are Canadian,
IIVZ.
any company that has any
Oh yeah, exactly. She was selling box. she was absolutely selling box. She didn't deserve that though. And that's another thing. Where are all the sex workers of America that like to? Because you know a lot of feminists like to push that shit too. The protections for sex workers, like they like to call them. Where are you guys at on this one? Where you at? All right, sounds good, Broly.
Do they really believe that that's going to like change a company's mindset? These people define it in companies don't give a fuck about whether it's your stance or sexuality, gender. They just purchase you to try to make money. You and sure, companies are going to have different standpoints on things, and people running these companies have different standpoints. But to grow up to the point where you're saying, I'm not voting, just look good in the eyes of
but if you think that by like time,
No,
that's gonna change the world.
I don't know about BlackRock on the news, but they do have a lot of influence that when they were pushing the DEI and all that. And that house, it's kind of interesting going back to that house out in Maryland where that girl was killed. I am 100% certain that house was a staging place for illegals to come in, and then they get sent out. They interviewed his cousin. She didn't want to be on camera, and the news is shameful for this. That woman was an illegal alien herself. Her husband is also an illegal alien, but they didn't want to put him on blast because hey, we want to protect their identity for fear of reprisal. I was like, no, you're helping them skirt the law because they're illegal aliens.
Or anything like that. You have that.
And it's disgusting.
Not everybody needs that.
And I am willing to bet that Fox News is about to become more left-wing because Rupert Murdoch's oldest son, Lachlan Murdoch, who's a leftist, he's gonna take control along with his younger sisters, Grace and Chloe. Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh, okay. No, I looks like I got them mixed up. Lachlan looks to be more conservative than his younger brother, so I got them mixed up. So Lachlan is basically saying, "Now we're gonna keep it where it is." I hope that's true.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, his younger brother endorsed Kamala. I mean, any man who endorses a woman to be president is a bitch. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and get started, Broly. Let's go.
It's no use.
You've drawn the star.
Okay.
Your defense is wide open. Frost strike. This will be. This is the end. Red flower technique type 1. Frost.
All right, let's hurry up and get these. Yep, these. Looks like it's the black ones. The black ones. Let's get the black ones.
Let's
What's the black one doing all the way out there?
You've drawn the
Oh,
star.
that's nice.
tearing through. I see it. It's no use. Your defense is wide open. You can't avoid it. I need to hunt efficiently.
You've drawn the star.
It's over. Too slow. Red flower technique type 1. Falling plum blossom.
You know what? In terms of difficulty and reward and risk and all that, that level is actually better. And then look at that, I got a transcendent rune. I got one. This level right here, this right here is the best deal right here. This one is not worth it at all. I'm not doing this. If you want to do it in the future, Latoya, I'm not gonna do this one right here. It's not worth it. This one, you just give up one chest and 50,000 gold, and that to me is a better deal than doing this one. If this one had double of the chests and gold, that would be the best deal. But this one right here, this is fine right here. In terms of difficulty and the reward that comes along with it, level 100 is where it's at. You don't need to do any other one. Don't need to do any other one at all. You want to run it? You want to run it again? How many keys? I got one more key left. Let's go ahead. Whoever wants to jump in, you can jump in. This is a better deal overall. All right, let's go ahead and go. Got one more key going. This one is just gonna be a wash.
The enemy is pretty strong. Red flower technique type 1. Falling plum blossom.
Are you too far away?
Time for a counterattack. It's no use. I see it all. Red flower technique type 1. Plum blossom. Freeze!
Get it!
Red flower.
Ah, right.
You're great. Your defense is wide open. Time to warm up.
See? That one's just, it's just so much easier. It's so much easier. You get it done and get out of the way, and there you go. It's just one and done. Yeah, and with that stabbing, J bro, everybody in North Carolina is getting it, and rightfully so. Everyone is getting it. It's unbelievable that girl had to go through that in order for us to just bring it home, to just show everybody that this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And you can't, and then here's another one. You can't blame gun violence. In fact, it probably would have been preferable if she was gonna get murdered, that she gets shot as opposed to being stabbed. I mean, that guy allegedly he stabbed her 46 times, and then he was just walking on the train, the light rail, blood dripping all from him. It was just ghastly. Absolutely ghastly. Let's go ahead and get this one done. Let's go ahead and get this one done. Let's see if we can record a better time or a better record.
I'll shred Terry through. With all of my strength. You can't avoid an opening. With all of my strength. Blitz. This will be. You're great. I'll end this. I'll shred you. With all of my strength. This is the end. I see it all. Win. Too slow. It's over. Wheels of heaven. This will really help me grow. This will be your grave. Win. You can't avoid me. With all of my strength, I will destroy you. White flames. This is the end. I'll shred you. With all of my strength. Strike! I'll end this! And open it! This will be your grave! It's over! Tearing through! Now, shatter! With all of my strength, you can't avoid me! Lethal motion. I'll end this! It's over. Now, take that!
Alright, that doesn't look like it. We got the rage count 57 on that one.
This shows you that the United States has its citizens in the name function.
Oh my god. These black motherfuckers in Chicago are just so stupid. We got
It's no coincidence that Chicago is a majority.
we got these fools sitting here talking about how that waging war in the name of white supremacy. Wanting to clean up the city of Chicago means you're wanting to wage war in the name of white supremacy. These people are stupid. These people are absolutely demented and stupid. Yeah, no, yeah. If you've already done your best at the highest level, Latoya, I would just do level 100, get it done, get it out of the way, get good rewards, and call it a day. You know, I'm about simplicity. I'm more about simplicity than the challenge. That's what I want. I want to help people, not hurt them. I mean, Jamie, these Democrats, they are just unbelievably disgusting. All right, let me try this again with we almost got a higher score. Let's try this again, giving him the Actually, you know what? Let's do this.
Now, take that!
They don't let you can't redo the teams, can you? Can you, let me see. You should be able to redo the teams. No, you can't. You can't. Dang. Actually, no, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
반가워.
take you out.
Okay.
Any black person that does that, hey, good, have a good life.
All of my strength. Strike! I'll shred you! This is the end! Strike!
And yes, I can't wait till we get that quality of life where you can turn these dumb numbers off. Get tired of looking at these dumbass numbers. We get it, you're doing damage.
It's all tearing through. With all of my strength. This is the end. I'll shred you. With all of my strength. Wait. It's no use. This will be your grave. I'll end this. You can't avoid it. This is the end. It's over. Too slow. I'll end this. This will be your grave. You can't avoid it. With all of my strength. Open it. This is the end. With all of my strength. I'll shred you. I'll destroy you. Win. Tearing through. This will be.
I think we probably got 60.
Your grave.
Oh shit, we're close. We only got 59.
Take that.
The SLA is boring now, nothing much to do. No, yeah, that's why once again I'm like, I like to space out pretty much everything I do with the game, so I have good content that I can pretty much do on every day of the week. And the way the game is set up right now, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect that how I can come in here and just do content on certain days and not feel like I'm bored at all. I'm not bored when I play solo leveling, even though there can be some slow days and whatnot. But yeah, I can certainly understand if you come in and just wipe that content out. I certainly can understand that. But it'll get boring real quick. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense to sit here and listen to idiots say idiotic things about wanting to take on the military with your little pea shooters, and everything like that. Not saying that you can't you can't use any type of terrain to your advantage, because having knowledge of the terrain always will give an invading force an advantage, or rather a defending force an advantage to an invading force. But you guys pretty much only use pea shooters. You don't have body armor, and most people ain't gonna want to fight the military. It's just absurd. Let's see what we got over here. Ooh, there we go. We can go ahead and create this one. Go ahead and do this since we got enough now. Woo! There we go. Check the armory. That's all looking pretty good. No, I'm not. I have not bought. I haven't bought anything in the game since the subscription. That's pretty much the only thing that I buy right now. Oh well. I think I also buy that daily as well, so I can do the gate skip. So, but no, I don't do that much spending in game, and it's not because I don't want to. It's just I haven't found anything that I want to buy. Wow. 15 shootings, 5 homicides. I'm telling you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, and until we get the next workshop of Brilliant Light, and I mean, Proof of the Strong will probably still give me problems with Yoga Mutt, but I'm not really worried about that. In fact, I got to do some Yoga Mutt tomorrow. Yeah, and this is the thing that people don't understand. Crime spreads. It does not stay in any one particular area. It spreads like a cancer. And it becomes more and more brazen. Because more and more brazen. I won't forget, man. Oh, God. I tell you, in the pro blacks, these bougie blacks that don't give a fuck about black people, they care more about their stupid cause. They actually do care about black people. They keep opening their mouths and saying shit. But yet, I'm the one that's called the Uncle Tom. What's this button? Oh, the crafting button. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. It's all empty words. All empty words. I mean, all these people walking around. I wish you guys would do this march at nighttime in South Chicago if you think Chicago don't need help. They're in the heart of Chicago in the middle of the day doing this march. Do that march in South Chicago. Do that march in South Chicago at 8 o'clock at night. All right, we're gonna go ahead and leave it at that. I don't think there's anything else that I want to go ahead and do for right now. So let's go ahead and pull up Discord. Hey, bro, put some videos off in there. Let me turn this music off. And Mexican Independence Day. I never understood this either. Why are we doing any of that stuff? I already saw Bakido, so I'm not gonna react to that. I don't care for it. It's like, meh. Is there? Oh yeah. What's this about racist videos?
Here is your brownies.
Did you say brown?
No! No!
Cat, where should I go today?
Go back to the field.
Go back to your grave, bitch!
Here's the bathroom. Comes with 2 sinks and a shower.
Can we get rid of the shower? We won't need it.
Look! A black one!
B- is not acceptable. You will end up scammer like your brother.
Let's see what we got. He was going 7 over. Oh man, I gotta turn this camera off because of this damn...
Damn, this is fire. What do you think's in it?
Come here, you motherfucker!
Here is your brownies.
Oh man, that's just that's bad. I like it. And then we got what's this one right here?
Look at this, guys. Where are we right now? Where on earth are we right now? If you had to drop me off here without knowing, I would say we just landed in Accra.
Nope.
Or Dhaka.
Nope. That's London.
Or somewhere in Ghana.
That's downtown London.
This is Paris in 2025.
Oh, it's Paris. That's even worse.
You're lying about the numbers.
I mean, look at that.
Disclosing.
Look at that. You import the third world, you get the third world. It's like only white people can be this stupid. Only white people can be this stupid. To sit there and think that if you import people from another portion of the world, that somehow that they would suddenly become Parisians, French, Englishmen, American. No. The people are going to go in there and they're going to just bring their country into your country. Because that's what they know. That's what they know. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want your country to stay your country, you can't keep importing immigrants from another with a culture that is diametrically opposed. You guys don't want the white man going over into Africa and colonizing Africa and turning it more Western. Why would you expect the white man to want to have to do the same thing in reverse? It's conquest by any other means.
The census. What's going on here?
They're selling vegetables.
The vegetable markets, fruits. Don't worry.
No, I'm worried.
Yeah. I don't want to document what's going on.
Yeah, no, I know.
Fruits.
Just do it from behind me.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that.
Obviously, Fred's trying to do his job, and I'm trying to do mine.
A lot of those buildings are Victorian. They've been there since the late 19th century, early to late 19th century. And they're all going to be undone because the culture that's coming into the country, they don't care about Victorian architecture. I mean, look at this right up here. Look at this up here. Look at that graffiti up there. Look at that. Look at that. I'm pretty sure these buildings never seen graffiti like this until recent, because that looks pretty recent.
We're trying to find the balance of safety and documentation at the same time.
This is absurd.
Countless amounts of times already. Why? If it's just a market, why can't I film? Bro, imagine you come on your honeymoon with your girlfriend or something, you book an Airbnb, and you end up in this part of town and you don't know. Like these two over here.
We can we use the Western alphabet, and we have English and French share some similarities, so we can find a way around. But imagine if you used Chinese symbols or
Japanese or something.
You wouldn't know what the f to do.
No, that's exactly correct. That's exactly correct. That's another reason why you need to have a single language for your country. Over here in Arizona, there's whole places, and you know this in California too. You know, in places in Phoenix, Arizona, whole swath is just in Spanish. Like, well, I can't do anything in that area. I gotta learn another language in order to live in my own country? Like, what kind of fucking shit is that? And then, here's another one, Paris.
Sorry?
Uh-oh, those are Muslims, you can already tell.
Oh, he's telling me to stop filming. So, immediately told to stop filming.
Why? Because they're selling drugs and cigarettes illegally.
Yeah. Those guys were selling. What a place, man. Does this feel like Paris? Look at this place, guys. Well, he just offered me drugs on camera. So he just incriminated himself on film. Man, open drug market.
Yep.
What are they selling?
Yep.
Phones?
Probably stolen.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it is over here in the States. In California,
illegal activity taking place.
Go to Los Angeles, Skid Row.
They tell you already. They tell you themselves that they're doing something wrong.
Yep. Got open drug markets in San Francisco, in Portland. In Portland, they're trying to roll it back.
Maybe some pump or dealer telling off his.
They're trying to roll it back in Portland. None of this shit works. Hey, who knew that Nancy Reagan was onto something with her DARE program? Drug abuse and resistance education. Who knew she was onto something? Oh, it's just weed. We can legalize weed. Okay. We just keep on. Let's go ahead and legalize weed. That's not a gateway drug. Well, actually it is, because now that you legalize weed, you haven't gotten rid of the illegal weed market, and now you got to worry about all the other drugs that were kept illegal because we decided to keep weed illegal. There are no permanent solutions. There are only trade-offs. Oh, we don't want to lock up black people because black people get busted for a little bit of weed. Well, how about telling those black people to keep the shit out of their mouths? Oh, we can't do that. Oh, we can't do that. We can't tell black people to be responsible and hold black people accountable. How dare you? You're a racist. Oh, you're black, so you're an Uncle Tom. You're an Uncle Ruckus. Because how dare you say black people should be held to a standard?
This is the largest coincidence in history. See if your history teacher can explain this. Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John F. Kennedy was elected to Congress in 1940.
I saw another guy that had did the exact same thing. That both of these men were murdered by men with their three names. But I think we do that with all serial killers, because we did that with John Wayne Gacy. So it's not. I don't think that part is anything unique.
6. Abraham Lincoln was elected president in 1860.
Yep, and
John
he's
F. Kennedy was
1960.
elected president in 1960. Both were particularly concerned with civil rights. Both wives lost a child while living in the White House.
Yep.
Both presidents were shot on a Friday. Both presidents were shot in the head. Now, it gets really weird. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners named Johnson. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, was born in 1939. Both assassins were known by their three names. Both names are composed of 15 letters. Now hang on to your seat. Lincoln was shot at the theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a car called Lincoln, made by Ford. Booth and Oswald were assassinated before their trials. And here's the kicker. A week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was shot, he was with Marilyn Monroe. Lincoln was shot in a theater, and the assassin ran to a warehouse. Kennedy was shot from a warehouse, and the assassin ran to a theater.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. I didn't care for the Joe Rogan AI voice, but yeah, moral of the story: don't run for president in 2060. Yeah, that's some American baseball right there. I tell you, you cannot sit there and just import unfettered numbers of immigrants into your country, tell them not to assimilate, and then expect your country to be the same. And I hate to say this, but if you are importing them from minority countries or countries where they're not white, there's going to be a higher likelihood they will not assimilate into your culture. So if you're importing people from Africa, you're importing people from East Asia, you're importing people from Latin America, they are going to hold on to their traditions because their traditions are strong. Their culture is strong. And so you're going to bring them into yours. You're weak on your culture because you seem to think that in order to be a good person, you got to be anti-racist. You got to be welcoming of diverse views and diverse cultures and all this shit. And so you're weak on your culture. And so you turn your culture over and you make your own culture subservient to the culture where these people immigrate from. And you think that's going to work out? Like I said, that cauldron will boil over. And if we don't solve the immigration problem voluntarily, it will be solved involuntarily. And that's going to be very bloody. People seem to think that there's this course for humanity that will lead to a utopia or paradise or some type of happy place where everybody will get along. No, there was only one time, and then I don't mean to get too religious or anything like that. There was only one time when mankind had true happiness. That was when Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and they're being governed by God. After that, no, it's gonna be a nightmare. It's not gonna pan out well for everybody involved. But people who get their degrees from Harvard or Oxford or Yale or Tokyo University or any other elite institution in your country, They think they're smarter than everybody else when in fact they're the most stupidest, because they've divorced themselves from reality with their stupid education that they can't think anymore. You can't have the commingling of the races and not think that something bad will happen. But I'm gonna leave it at that. No, they're going to all kinds of countries, especially in the West. Especially in the West. People will sit there and try to make you feel bad for being a nationalist. It's not bad being a nationalist. You need to be a nationalist in order to guard your country from external threats. Being a patriot is great for internal threats. You need a healthy dose of both. And in our country, or just in West in general, but especially in our country, if you say you're a nationalist, they automatically assume you're talking about white nationalism. No. You still need nationalism in order to safeguard your country from it being taken over by other countries. China, the Chinese are very nationalist. So are the Japanese at one point, but now the Japanese are kind of not. They got a prime minister that wants to play footsie with immigration. Okay. Let's see how that goes for you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. Thank you very much for showing up, Latoya, Broly, J-Bro. I appreciate all your guys' support. Actually, there's one last thing I need to do before I call it for the day. I gotta go over here and do this. I gotta collect all that. Get that done. Let's go ahead and let's do this again, because we need, actually what we need are more of these. We need more of these things now, because I need to go in there and create more of these. And we gotta stop being afraid to sit here and stand up for our nation. We gotta stop being afraid to stand up for our people. We gotta stop letting these disparate groups that form the Democratic Party scare us by calling us names. But nah, you can call me all the names you want. You ain't gonna. I'm gonna stand up against you, because your philosophy is fundamentally evil. I will stand against it. But there we go. I am done. Make sure you guys do like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Got 4 people over on Rumble. Thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. You guys, if you get over there on Rumble, especially if you guys like to hear me rant and rave, I'm a diehard conservative over there. So come join if you guys want to hear me rant and rave about American bullshit over here. Still got my 5 subscribers. I really appreciate the support over there on Twitch. 3 followers over there. I appreciate all of it. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Once again, this Chris Bolt signing off. I will catch you guys in the next stream.